Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a very active secondary. The Lions are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Browns, who will be testing that coverage. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterbacks. Shreds the tackle, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll bring this one inside to 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Now's a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
On the give, this is their fullback. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The They're going to look to throw. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got room. And a loose football. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he steps away. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
No, check. Patriot. Blue line it. Watch him now, Barney. Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Leopard.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue, landed.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
And he spins through. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage, but the big man setting the tone physically.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And it's a fumble, but I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Fresh set of downs here. Shift together here from the D-line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So now 1st and 15. They'll try and run with their fullback. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw here. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
I know every down's important, but you know as well as I do, partner, third down is key for both offenses and defenses, and Cleveland's got to get better on third down on D.
And what they did right there, you're right, they need more of. They were tied for 30th in the NFL in sacks last year, but a big one there brings up a punting situation. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So look up to the scoreboard as time has run out on this 1st quarter. 7-6 our score. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives them the 1st down yardage there. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. Now they'll run it on the toss. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Set up the screen. It's complete. And he is knocked down from the side. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
An update over in Soldier Field. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. Malachi Dupree, a first-half touchdown in that one. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 41 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. Elsewhere, 2nd quarter in D.C. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Ezekiel Elliott, a first-half touchdown. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go!
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks near the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Browns on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, so a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He's got it, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the eye. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going. Now the defense is going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 20. 6-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Lions are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Browns have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 2nd and 2 coming up. This run stays up the middle here. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Browns have it near the end of 1. Defense will get to the quarterback here. This will go for a loss of 7. Lions have it near the end of 1. Offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Now early in the second quarter, defense...
Sorry, Larry. Your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. An update over in Soldier Field, and that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. Malachi Dupree, a first-half touchdown in that one. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch.
After reviewing the play, the movement in the field is reversed.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Powerful running. Room here to run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go a 2nd and 7. Time running out here on the play clock. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
And his throw here's incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
No, check, Patriot!
The play clock's running down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Safety valve here. That's complete. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. But just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Over. Gun. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A nice gain of 21 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And his kick here is good. And the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy. But you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Back now at Ford Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Back to throw now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Detroit! Let's go!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. 34 yards there at a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now they try the right side here, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
2nd down following the run.
Here we go. 3-19. Gun.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
And the lead is down to 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Give it here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And to give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They run the counter now on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
A long way to go for the offense here on third down. They'll drop to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Second and just 1. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Lions on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a handoff here to his running back. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. They'll set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
The Browns send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Detroit! Yeah, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Offense.
So that one will be accepted. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Escaping the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
False start, offense. Still third down.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough third down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third down now following the run.
Let's go. Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. All right, here we go. Over.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Pass incomplete. So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. To throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him a gain of 37. And down to just 21 seconds now as he spikes it to stop the clock. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with time running out. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And it's now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Bengals. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. To throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. A critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Browns, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.